Sometimes I feel like a star, but only strictly where I'm famous. I'm in this for the longest haul, like we'll see where it takes us. I'm throwing back these double shots like whiskey here is weightless. Cause this career I chose was even riskier than Vegas, yo.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Colby Rebel Show. I am your host, Colby Rebel, where my goal is to make that connection or answer that question. Tonight is a very special episode. We are doing our live Facebook feed with our volunteers on video, and we do have a few volunteers in the house, but also if you want to start leaving comments and we have time, I'll be absolutely try to answer some of the comments as well if time allows. But I just wanted to say hello and welcome and hi, everyone. Couple things coming up I'd love to share with you. First and foremost, we have the spiritual business mentoring starting next week. May 19th, it begins. And this is a perfect class for anyone where you want to start building your own spiritual business. You're really ready to kind of put yourself out there, take it to that professional level, but maybe just need some help, some tools, some foundation. So we work on that and we really have a fantastic time. So join us for that. Coming up in May, towards the end of May, May 24th, we have the online and it's the Mediumship Masterclass. So this is Tuesday, May 24th. It's the Mediumship Masterclass. And we're just going to help you dive in, get more details, build the confidence, understand how to connect those dots a little quicker and easier. So go ahead and join us for that, especially a little powerhouse workshop. Why not, right? Our next development circles begin in June. So we have the beginners, which starts on Wednesday. It starts June 8th, and it's 4 Wednesday evenings, 6:30 to 8:30 Pacific. And this is really for anyone really looking to build and develop your gifts. So it's for all levels, the beginners, just curiosity, what it is you want to learn, kind of trust your intuition, dabble in that psychic mediumship connection. So we do that on Wednesday nights. If you're more of that advanced student, you know how to do the fluid reading, really just looking to kind of strengthen those gifts, that connection. That is on Tuesday night. So come join us, and that is on June 7th. So we have the advanced and the beginners coming up. So there are a few more classes and special events coming up soon, but I promise to post those as soon as we are ready to reveal them for you. So again, a lot going on tonight. We have our live volunteers here, which I'm really excited at, looking forward to connecting with. So let us just get started, okay? Let us just dive in here. So how about let's start with Lynn here. Let's welcome Lynn into the show. Hi, Lynn, how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
Good, nice to see you.
You too?
And what can I do for you tonight, Lynn? Who are you hoping to connect to tonight?
I was trying to connect with a good person that we lost not too long ago, which is my stepdad.
Okay, got it. Okay. So a couple things. Let's just see where he is and if he's going to go ahead and talk. I definitely get, even my smile gets bigger just because I feel like he's just the kind of guy that would be incredibly friendly to people. I just see him being very warm and very friendly. Would that make sense around him, Lynn? Just kind of even a little jolly kind of a feeling around him. So, and I really get the sense with him, he loved to kind of crack jokes, I think. So I think he loved to really crack jokes, kind of, and to me, they'd be these silly little jokes that he'd have. But they were fun jokes, but I think he really enjoyed that. I feel like he really enjoyed kind of making the family laugh and things like that. I just feel like too, he's very, very down to earth, very much connected to his kids as well. Does that make sense, Lynn? I just feel like a real strong, almost a friendship with them as well as a father relationship. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And it just gives me a sense too, where I just feel like he enjoyed talking. I don't know. He's not afraid to talk to me now. So I think he really enjoyed chatting, had the gift for gab. Does that make sense around him?
Yeah,
Yes.
we used to pick at my mom all the time about her cookies.
Yeah, yeah.
We
And
weren't quite sure if they were good enough. We had to try another one and another one, another one.
he also, I just feel like, even though you said stepdad, I just really get the sense that he very much adored you. I just feel like he absolutely looked at you like his daughter. I think he really wanted to be there for you. I think he had a really strong impact on your life, and I think he gives me a sense that he was there for those milestones. And he just shares, like, he just gives me a sense where I feel like you could talk to him. I just feel like he was there and he would offer advice, but he was never overbearing about it. He just gives me a feeling like he would have a chat, and he'd love it though. It would make him feel good when you went and asked him something, because it would make him feel good that you were thinking about him or connecting to him. You know what I mean? So I just feel like, too, along with him, I get the sense where with his passing, I don't know, there's a little bit where for me, it's just somehow it feels to be a little bit unexpected somehow. So I'm not sure if this was like a quicker passing, a heart attack, but I just feel like we weren't quite expecting this. Does that resonate for you?
Yeah, he was sick for a while. His health was going down. Um, Somehow they end up doing a Thanksgiving when we weren't supposed to.
Yeah.
And last time I saw him, it was me choking on a grape. He thought it was funny. And
Yeah.
that Thursday, he went to the hospital and didn't come out. He was supposed
Yeah.
to come out the day he died.
Yeah, it was supposed to come out, right? So it just gives me a sense that there's a quickness to this, and an unexpectedness, right? I think he thought he was coming out as well. I really do. I feel like he was making jokes like, I'll see you guys tomorrow. And so I think he was
He didn't
feeling
want to be
good.
in the hospital.
Yeah, yeah. And so, but I just know for him, I do feel like, he wants to just tell mom that he's okay, to let her know that, he's letting you know that he's okay. And he really gives me a sense. It's interesting where I feel like he lets us know he's also with family on the other side. Okay, Lynn. So he gives me a sense of letting us know but he also shares too. I really feel like he liked to sit outside. I don't know. I just keep wanting him to sit in his chair outside, just kind of enjoy a little nature around him. And I feel like that was just his easygoing place. He just enjoyed that.
He's an outdoor person.
Yeah, yeah, he really just kind of gives me a sense of, if he could just sit out and see the landscape, see the trees, see, it just made him feel like, yeah, he's home. This is that he's in his happy place. He also shows me a cabin, so I'm not sure if you guys would go to the cabin or if he has a cabin. But would you connect it all to a cabin, Lynn?
Not that I know of. Maybe his kids,
Okay,
but not that I know of.
I'm sorry. Would you say?
Not with maybe with his kids because he has two kids, and we're four on our side, on my mom's
Okay.
side.
Yeah, I
But
wonder. I would almost imagine. I have a feeling that maybe when they were younger, when they were young kids, there might have been a couple trips, either camping trips or cabin trips. So it makes me feel like that he enjoyed the family trips with people.
okay,
Okay, with his kids. So it gives me a sense of enjoying the family trips. So, and he also just shares, like, I think what he'd like though is, I just feel like he would like for people to come together. So I don't know if there's just a bit where people are having a hard time getting along since his passing, or there's a disconnect with people, but he makes me feel like he just wants people to really kind of get along, because that's, I think he's very much the glue. You know what I mean? He's very much the glue, and I think he just wants people to know he cares about everyone and just really wants them to get along, okay?
does he still come and visit my mom?
Of course he visits he loves your mom. Of course he visits your mom. He gives me a feeling like, in a way, I don't think she could be left alone. So I think he's around her all the time. And he really keeps sharing. I just feel like with her, he was extremely affectionate. He really shows me like he would be affectionate, or he would be very, very loving towards her. So she may feel that. Tell her she may feel as if there's someone hugging her or something on the back of her neck. Like he really gives me a sense of being around her. So when she feels that, to let her know that that is him with her.
Okay.
Okay. And I know it just makes me feel like she's having a hard time, but I just feel like he's letting us know that he's there with her, or he's there kind of holding her up. He's there supporting her. Okay. But he gives a lot of love to you, Lynn. He gives a lot of love. And it's just like, take care of mom, though. So I just feel like it's taking care of mom. Okay. He loved
Yeah.
taking care of her. So I think he's like, it's your turn to take care of her. He just wants to make sure she's okay. Okay.
Mhm.
So I'll leave that with you, honey. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Lots of love to you. Okay. It is so hard too. He just gives me the sense of being like such a fun guy. He really gives me the sense of being a fun guy, a loving guy, very much a family guy. He's just very family oriented. And I just feel like he just wants to tell you he loves you. So I'll leave you guys with that. Okay. Let us talk to Katerina. Hi, Katerina.
Hello, Colby.
How are you?
Oh, I'm great. So excited.
Nice to have you here. And what a trooper you are. I know you said it's after 2 a.m. for you. What a trooper you are.
Yes, well, I'm in Europe in Slovakia, and I just woke up because my baby boy woke up, but he sleeps through the whole night
Yeah.
usually. So and he had like a high temperature, but all of a sudden he was fine. And I was like, okay, now I'm up, and I checked Facebook and saw your post, so I texted you, and here I am.
Yeah, it's great. Well, I
So it
think
was meant to
Spirit
be.
woke that little baby up for you, right? I think Spirit wanted you to be here tonight. So they kind of got
Mm,
him,
mm,
up and rowdy to get you up with him, correct? Okay, so
correct.
who can I connect to for you tonight?
My mom and dad, I lost them last year, so
Okay,
it was like 7 months apart.
got it.
So I would love to connect with them.
Okay, one of them I feel like had a lot of chest congestion or something in the chest, like like a pneumonia or a difficult breathing. It could have even been like a COVID feeling, but would that make sense around one of your parents?
Yes, my dad.
Okay. And would you understand? I feel like your dad was a bit, he feels to me that he was strong. You know what I mean? I just get the sense that he's a strong man, strong, kind of a strong personality too. I don't think too loud or anything like that. But I feel like when he said something, we better listen, or we're gonna, you either listen or you run.
Exactly. Yes, that's him.
And he really gives me a sense too. There is a little bit of strictness to him. I think a little bit of
Mm,
like, hey, when we were growing up. But I feel like it was because it was so important to keep his kids safe. Like I think he just wanted to make sure that you guys were safe. And I think he loved making
yeah,
sure that you could take care of yourself. So I feel like he
yeah,
raised you in a way that you could always know how to take care of yourself. Does that make sense?
exactly.
And
Exactly.
then I feel like too, mom was a bit of the opposite, where I feel like mom, she'd be the one where she'd kind of let you get away with some things, or she'd sit there and sneak the treat when you weren't supposed to have it. She makes me feel like she'd do a little bit of that behind dad.
Yeah.
you
She
know,
didn't
and
tell him everything when I
yeah,
did something wrong. She didn't tell him.
no, right. And so, but they also, I feel like with your son, it's interesting because I feel like with dad, there's a connection to dad and the son. There's a connection to both parents, but especially your dad. It's almost like I don't know if you gave the baby dad's name, or the baby has dad's middle name, but there makes me feel like there's a connection with the name.
I wanted to.
Okay.
I wanted to, but in our country, when you use the middle name, it's like not like in your country or like in the UK, but his name is Nicholas, but everyone would say, or in the passport or everywhere would be written like Nicholas Joseph, like with the dad's name.
Oh, I
So
see.
Yeah, but it was like a long struggle because I wanted to name it after my dad, but then my boyfriend, he was like, no. So, but for
Got it.
me,
Okay.
sometimes I call him by dad's name when we're just home alone, and I say like, "Hey, little Joe," you know.
Yeah. So just know though, your dad knows you wanted to do this. Your dad knows that about you, okay? So just kind of know that, all right? And
He looks
he
just like
I just
him when he was little. He
yeah.
looks just
Well,
like
the other
him.
I just feel like he has a very strong connection to your dad. And I think you're going to see him as he gets a little older talking to them. So again, I feel like, they came in and woke him up to get you because again, I think you've been really thinking about your parents. You've got this new baby. I know you're not feeling like you've got that support, that sense. And I just feel like mom and dad are like, no, we're right here. We're seeing everything that's going on. Your mom shows me angel wings. So I'm not sure, Katerina, if you've got some angel wings around or there's a little angel statue.
Yes, it is, and I
Okay.
put it on their grave and in my bedroom, right next to their pictures. There is a little
Okay.
angel with wings, and on the grave there is an angel sleeping in his wings as
Okay.
well.
So
Oh, so I can
she
see
knows
it.
about this connection. See, so she's very
Oh,
aware of this
okay.
connection to the angels and letting you know she sees what you're doing. And just kind of know too, the other thing that's really kind of interesting, you may not, to me, they show me a rainbow.
Or not yet, because like I'm decorating.
Okay.
But could it be maybe like there will be like rainbow after rain, like having a rough time the whole year, losing my dad and my mom, and I'm alone with the baby, and maybe they want to make me sure like it's gonna be fine, like new
No, I think it's
beginning
going to be an
or
actual
something.
rainbow. I think
Actual
you're
rainbow.
going to see a rainbow. Yeah. So you just haven't seen it yet, but that's okay. Just hold on to it.
I'm
I think
pretty
you're going
sure
to,
then I will.
yeah, you have to say, oh my gosh, Colby, we saw the rainbow. And I feel like that
Yes,
is coming from mom just to let you know we are here. We are right around you. Okay.
yeah,
So
because I always
I'll just,
ask for the signs. And
yes.
I saw lots of signs after my dad passed, but after my mom did, I stopped seeing like anything. Like there was no light going on and off, no feathers,
Yeah.
maybe
We're
butterflies
going to,
when I asked for, and it was in the winter, and
yeah.
it was like a really nice, huge butterfly, like in the street. So it was. So I was like, oh, that's my dad.
Yeah, you're gonna start to see
Really
more of
sad.
it though. I feel like you're gonna start to see more signs from them. I just feel like mom and dad were kind of reconnecting, reacclimating, dad showing her around. So I feel like they just needed a little bit of time, but you're gonna start to see it,
Mhm.
okay?
So are they together on the
Oh,
other
they're
side?
absolutely together.
So
Yes.
they're not lost or something.
No. Are you kidding? They're together. They're bantering back and forth. Dad is not necessarily the most romantic guy, but he is taking care of mom, just to let you know. Okay.
Yeah.
So he is there taking care. But I will leave that with you. I'll just know that they surround you. They give you a lot of love. They give this baby a lot of love. And just know that I know it's so hard to lose both of them, but they're just letting us know that they're so proud of you and they're so happy, and they just give me a sense of they're so excited to have this little grandson. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. I love
Okay.
them so much and miss them loads.
Yes. Yeah. Well, lots of love to you. Okay. And get some sleep now, mommy. Okay.
I will.
Okay.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Colby, so much.
You're welcome.
Thank
You're
you
welcome.
so
I'll talk
much.
to you later. Bye bye.
Take care. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye. Let us bring Tracy on. Come on in, Tracy. Hello, hello. Hi there,
Hi.
Tracy. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I am doing well. I'm doing well. What can I do for you tonight?
My grandma passed away about a year ago. I'd love to hear from her or my grandpa. But I'm open to any message. I'm open. I'm an open book.
Okay, got it. Good. a couple of things, Tracy, is what I get a lot around you with this grandmother. It's interesting. Do you know if your grandmother was a psychic or gifted? Like, I just get the sense of her that she is very aware of what we do.
No, if she did, she kept it quiet, which was, I would imagine kind of taboo for her, her generation.
Yeah.
So she was,
I'm curious, is it something that you're interested in or something that you're doing?
Yes.
Okay, because she gives me a sense of being around you a lot, and believe it or not, I think she's very much with you, kind of guiding you along this spiritual journey that you've been on, right?
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. And I just really see a sense for you where I see you really kind of expanding so much more with your gifts, really seeing it being a lot more mediumship, a lot more energy work. A lot in that realm is really what I'm seeing around you. Okay.
Awesome. Yeah.
And I just see a sense where she supports this or she helps you with this. Okay.
Awesome.
So yeah, so she really kind of shares with me a feeling of kind of walking. She was a tough little cookie, I feel like, So she gives me like, just this little powerhouse thing that she tough little cookie, and strong. And so I feel like, and she's also kind of gives me a sense of like chop, chop, chop for you. Like it's time to get on it. It's time to do it. Like no more delays. So I feel like there's a sense of, and she just gave me goosebumps. So I really feel like there's a strong sense of like, just kind of with you and around you, just guiding you. You know what I mean? And there is a feeling too where I just feel like for you, there's a little bit of a change. I believe that maybe you used to be in more of a 9-to-5 kind of a job or more of a corporate, but I just see all of that changing. So I'm not sure if that's something you've been thinking about, but I'm seeing that for you as well. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. But I do feel like it's at a time now where it's very much about surrendering. So I feel like for you, it's been like, you're holding on and holding on and holding on, where I get a real strong sense where they're saying, hey, let's kind of put you back out there. Do you know what I mean? It's time to kind of get started on this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think fear holds me back a little bit, because mediumship is so I'm very new at it, and so you're very vulnerable and you don't know if you're doing it right. And
yes.
And so it's like trying to get over the fear of like not being good enough, or if I actually had a session with someone in the public, would I have enough to talk about? Would spirit come through strong? Like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I hold back because of that.
Yeah. I just feel like for you though, it's very much about just keep training, keep learning, keep growing, but also putting it into practice. Start practicing it a bit more as well. And that's going to help you build your confidence around it.
Okay.
Okay. So lots of love to you, Tracy. This is going to be amazing. And just know that your grandmother is around you. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yes. Yes. You have a gorgeous night.
Thank you. You too.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, let us take another one. If anyone has a question, if you guys want to post your question in the comments, I will do my best to try to answer some of those as well. So if you have a question, want me to tune into something, I will absolutely do my best here. There we go. And then let's see here if this will, all right, let's see. And then we'll bring in Vanessa here. So Vanessa, let me just chat with you super quick here, and then we'll bring in our next guest. But Vanessa, I feel like with your, and so if you can hear me, try to post in the comments and all, that will just kind of help our listeners validate, okay? But I get a feeling with your brother, Patty, I see him being very, using his hands a lot. So I think he either would talk with his hands, motion with his hands. Like he gives me a feeling of being very almost not all over the place, but just kind of a more emotional person. I just see him being a lot of fun. I just feel like with him, he gives me a sense of kind of being a little bit sarcastic. I don't know if that's the right word, a little sarcastic, a little bit, but just kind of very fun. I think people loved to just really be around him because he makes me feel like he just had a lot of energy. He was a lot of fun. I just get a sense too that his passing to me just feels to be very, very sudden. So and I almost like you two feel to be very close. I don't know if it's like close in age but like two peas in a pod. So I think again, he would push you, you would push him, but I feel like there was a real closeness with him, Vanessa, because he watches over you like crazy. He wants to make sure that you're okay. He wants to make sure, but that you are on the right track. I think it's important for him that you are on the right track, right? And he just shares with me, I just don't feel like he got to say goodbye. But I do know that he wants to let people know that he's okay, and he wants to let people know that he is at peace, but also that I think that people won't forget him. I think he's got such a personality that he just does. People are not going to forget him. He's just got that face. People met him once and they would always remember him. And I just feel like he's just like that now on the other side. Like, hey, just remember me, talk about me. He likes it. I think he thinks he's super cool. And he is super cool. He's great. But I'll just leave that with you, Vanessa, okay? All right, let us bring in Misty here. Hi there, Misty.
Hi,
How are you, honey?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. What can I do for you tonight, hon?
Hi. Is there anything from my parents or anything that I need to hear?
Yeah, well, one of the interesting things for you is I feel like they give me a sense that you're incredibly independent. And I think it's like I don't really feel like you rely on other people too much. I think you try to make sure you handle everything on your own. Does that make sense for you?
Yes.
And I just feel like they kind of say, they give me a sense that they're very proud of you for being able to take care of yourself, but also don't be afraid to ask for help because I feel like there's times when you really need it and you're not reaching out. You don't want to share. And I feel like they're encouraging you to do that, okay? Especially when
Okay.
things are tough. I feel like they're just wanting you to share your emotions or share when you need help moving something. And they really give me a feeling where it's interesting. Did they happen to pass close to one another by chance, Misty? Or
A
um
couple years apart.
okay. And but I'm just curious, would one of them been a little bit more recent though? Maybe in the last 2 years that you lost the second parent or something like that.
Well, I have my mom and then my stepdad and then my biological father. He passed away not too long ago. Yeah, a couple years,
Okay,
4 years
got
ago
it.
or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is because
Okay.
I feel like I feel like your biological father just wants to say hello. And I feel like there's an interesting thing. Like sometimes they have to, I want to say they have to ask for permission to come in, right? Like sometimes I see them, but they don't just jump in. Whereas I feel like sometimes, and I feel like that's just maybe it's because, he wished he could have done more or been there more for you. You know
Okay.
what I mean? And I feel
Yeah.
like he could have made things a little I feel like he could have healed things a little bit more than maybe he did. But he tried. I think
Yeah.
especially, he was trying. And I just feel like for him, maybe there wasn't enough time for him to do that. But I know from the other side, he gives you a lot of love and he's just like, and you're a little stubborn, I think, Misty, or at least that's the feeling I
Yes.
get from them. I could be wrong.
Yes.
But they give me a sense. They give me a sense of letting us know, though, that you are very, very much supported, and you're such a fighter. I feel like you're such a fighter, and one of the most important things is just again that reassurance of telling you that you are so loved, right? And I feel like you've had just a lot of obstacles to overcome. There just feels to have been a lot to overcome,
Yeah.
but yet you feel like you're doing it. You're giving me chills because you are doing it. You're like, she's doing it, Colby. You should see her.
Uh,
And I just know that they're just sharing with you that they do love you or that they do care about you, and they just share. Like I just feel like there's a sense where mom is like a little wacky, a little fun. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Just a little like, I don't know if flighty is the right, but you're much more. Does that make sense around her? Because I feel like you're much more
Yeah.
like boom, 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 and she's just like, oh, okay, like fly by the seat
Yeah.
of our pants. Um,
Yes.
and, and I just know for her, it's so much about having fun, so much about letting your hair down, letting yourself enjoy, letting yourself have fun. Okay. And
Okay.
not worry too much about it all being too perfect. I think sometimes
Okay.
you're wanting it all to be so perfect. And I feel like she's just saying, look, it's okay to have fun. It's okay to play. And just to know that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually called you back last year in July, because I was kind of worried about starting nursing school.
Oh,
And I
okay.
mean, you gave me all the confidence in the world, and it made me feel really great. And I'm actually going to be graduating in June of this year. So thank you for that. Yeah.
Yay! How
Thank you.
exciting is that?
Yes.
Congrats. No wonder
Yes.
they're so proud
Yes.
of you. That's wonderful. See?
Uh,
And you did it,
yep.
right? All that
Yes.
nerves for nothing, right? You see what you're capable of? And look how
Yeah.
many
Yeah.
people you're going to help, okay?
Yes. Is there anything about my current relationship? Is there anything that comes in with that? This is the last
Oof.
question.
I don't know. Do you really want to know?
Um, I
I
think
feel
so,
like
yeah.
I feel like this relationship, it's just about I feel like it's just for you not to run away. I just feel like it's very much that it takes some work and it takes some communication, and for you to just make sure you're
Yeah.
communicating as well. Like sometimes again, I think you maybe can hold things in, or there just seems to open up that communication, because then I feel like you two will be in balance. I just feel like there's something very, very special here, and it's like, let's
Yeah.
not shut the door too quickly on it. Okay.
Okay, yes, that makes sense. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
You're welcome. All right, lots of love, and you have a beautiful
Thank
night.
you. You too.
Okay,
Thank you.
bye. All right, let's see if we can bring in Chastity here. Let's see if this will work for us. Hi, Chastity. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. What can I do for you tonight, honey?
I was just seeing if I can connect with anybody. It could be my son or my brother or whoever.
Okay, got it. Well, one of them I have. Let's see which one this is. Would you understand? I think this may be with your son. A little bit of maybe a little bit of struggle he was having, or a little bit of I think a little bit of struggle of like his passing feels quick to me. Does that make sense, Chastity?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Like to me it feels quick. To me it feels like I feel like he felt motivated. I feel like he had a lot of dreams or a lot of ambitions. Like I think he just thought he was going to conquer everything. He felt strong to me. Would that make sense?
No, not really. No.
Would that be around
You
your
might be
brother then? What, honey?
maybe, yeah. Yeah, my brother probably.
Okay, okay. Because I just feel like I've got someone that just felt like they could do anything or take on like they just felt like they were going to handle this or they could take care of that. So that makes more
Mm-hmm.
sense around the brother, right? Okay.
Right.
And I just feel like he absolutely gives me a sense of taking care of your son on the other side. Like I just feel like these two are just almost two peas in a pod in a lot of ways, And I feel like with your son, I just get the sense of a sensitivity around him. I don't know. There's just a sensitivity to him, and a sweetness. Like I just feel like sometimes it isn't always what he said. It would be like a look he gave or a hug he gave. There's just something about it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, he passed away when he was only 17 days old, but I've always felt like he was a really sensitive soul and kind-hearted.
Yeah, it just gives me a feeling where even when you could look into his little face, right? There's just something there. And I just feel like you could feel his love. So even though he's little, you could feel his love, But just know that your brother, who is a little like, yeah, he's not afraid to have attention, I don't think. He's not afraid to kind of be seen. He's not afraid to be heard. And I feel like he lets us know that he protects this little boy. He protects his nephew. He takes care of him. And I just feel like your baby, he just really shares with me how much he's still always around you and with you. Like even now, I think you can feel him around you, So he lets us know that he is with you. He really shares with me. I just feel like there was just something. It's like, not in a way, it's like, I don't know if there was a heart condition, but it's almost like his heart is too big. Like he's just got the biggest heart. And he really shares like all this love for you. And I just know that he gives you a kiss and he is with you. He talks to you a lot. Like I think you either feel him, talk to him. And I just kind of want to reassure you that he is with you, okay?
Yeah, and today is his 19th birthday. It would have been.
Oh, look at that. See? So I feel like too with him, just know that he is celebrating with your brother for sure, right? And it's really interesting just because I just feel like you're going to get a sign from him. I just feel like he's going to let you know that he's with you today. So there might be something with lights going on or off. There may be, like, to me, there's going to be some sort of charge to kind of let you know that he's around you. Okay. And I know you still love him and miss him, but he is like, Mom, I'm doing just fine. Don't you worry about me. Okay. I'm doing just fine. And like I said, believe it or not, your brother, who I think could be a little crazy and a little outrageous, is actually taking really good care of your son. He really is. Okay. So just know that. I kind of feel like, do you have a daughter, or is there does your son have a sister by chance? Because he just keeps wanting to say hi to a sibling.
My brother had a lot of siblings. He has a son.
Oh, okay. I think it's just that he wants to send love to his son, right? No. I meant do you have a daughter? Does your son have a sister?
I have a daughter. Yes.
Okay, yeah. He wants to say hi to his sister and how much he loves his sister. Okay, and she should, obviously she didn't get a time with him, but he wants her to know that he has always been around her. Okay, and just to let her know, like, there is this bond, and to remember that bond from this world to the next never dies. Okay, so I'll leave that with you, and happy birthday to your beautiful son, okay? And happy Mother's Day, he says. So he gives me a little Mother's Day for you. It's interesting. Do you wear a thumbprint or a footprint or something around your neck of his, can I ask, Chastity?
And I wear my brother's, my brother's necklace. It's a charm for Elf, my brother.
Okay, got it. Okay, there we go. Okay. I think they're both chit-chatting at me. I think they're both like, your son may try to say something, the brother steps in. So just know that they're very much around you and they're together, okay?
Thank you, Colby.
You're welcome. Have a beautiful night, hon. Have a beautiful night. Okay.
Thank you. You too.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Okay, let me do I'm just going to try to do a couple comments here. So let's see. Thank you, Patty. I really appreciate that. That's very sweet. Thank you, Margie. I'm glad you like the live feed here. So let us see here. I feel like, let's see. Let me just do this one here. Let's show Lisa. Lisa says, hi, Colby. I would love a little insight to my life right now. I lack focus on things I should be doing and feel overwhelmed. Right. I think what's going on, Lisa, is there's a lot of stress that's happening. And so because you're feeling overwhelmed with that stress, it's really hard to focus. It's really hard. Also, the things you should be doing, I feel like just double checking, because I'm almost feeling maybe that's not the path you're going to end up taking. I just keep feeling like your soul wants this other little path, and you're just not giving it permission to do it. But I feel like if you start saying, wait a second, what do I really want? I feel like you'll get reinvigorated. I feel like, to me, there's something around classes. To me, there's something around like something new. It feels like it's dabbling in something new, a new class, a new avenue. And I just feel like for you, that's going to reignite you. That's going to be really, really fun. Okay. And I think it's giving yourself permission to do that. Try not to worry about everything at once or what you're not doing. Really just focus on, I think right now it's, what does my soul really want? I feel like your soul wants things to be a little less busy. I feel like your soul wants things just to be a little bit more natural and a little bit easier, just kind of making things a little bit easier on yourself, kind of taking that pressure off. And I feel like, again, there's a new direction. It feels like it's more of a career direction for you. Really saying, wait a second, what is it career-wise I want? And really starting to go into that direction. And that's why I think this changes here. And I think that's why we're kind of staggering a little bit. So anyhow, I hope that helps you, Lisa. Okay. I just want to thank everybody for jumping in, for being here. I just really want to say with Patty, really quick, Patty, I'll just tell you this here. You said something about, there you go, your mom. I just feel, Patty, your mom has a ridiculous amount of personality. I mean, I'm getting ready to say, oh, log off. And she's like, no, I got to talk to Patty first. Like, I think she's just a lady. I don't know if she's from the East Coast, but there really is that sense, or Italian. Like, there's just this sense where, oh, I got to make sure she's taken care of. I got to make sure I get to my Patty girl. And so I want to share with you that vivaciousness she has is still there with her. She loved it. And I just feel like too, she absolutely loves flowers. So I'm not sure if you got her flowers or put flowers on a grave, or you got yourself some flowers, but she keeps showing me a bouquet of flowers, letting you know, let's just celebrate. Let us celebrate. She gives me just so much love. And just to keep telling you that she is with you and that she's around you. And she's got this beautiful voice. I just keep hearing her voice. It's fun. I think she's just got so much love with her. Okay. So I just kind of want to say that and leave that with you. Okay. Lots of love to you. And thank you guys so much. Okay, everybody. That is the end of this episode. I want to give a shout out to Cassie here, who's been fabulous, helping me kind of do this and maneuver this Facebook Live video, and couldn't really do it without her. So thank you, Cassie. Again, we've got those classes coming up, everybody. You can check out the website, colbyrebel.com. If you want a private reading, I'm your gal. I would love to connect to your loved ones or just help you with that direction and clarity. But just have a gorgeous night, everybody. And next week, I have an amazing, amazing guest in store for you. So stay tuned and have a great night, everybody. I'll talk to you later. Bye, everyone.
Thank you for listening to The Colby Rebel Show. Be sure to follow Colby on social media at Psychic Rebel. And if you've enjoyed this podcast, please head on over to iTunes to leave a review to help Colby grow the tribe. Colby is an international psychic medium, teacher, best-selling author, and speaker. She is a master teacher of the Lisa Williams International School of Spiritual Development and is the owner of the Colby Rebel Spirit Center in Los Angeles. Visit colbyrebel.com.